Alright, this is a quick on-the-fly update of what's happening in La Palma. Major things happening this Wednesday, 9:07 a.m., 11/17/2021, east coast of the U.S. by New York City. Complete chaos seems to be breaking out here where I live at this moment, so I'm trying to get this done with Tom Petty playing in the background there, and there's all kinds of construction, but nonetheless I'm going to do this. I'll make this quick as I can, but here's a couple of titles from some of the channels that have been reporting this all along concerning what's happening this moment over the night. One says, breaking news, La Palma update, eruption, come on, where is it? Eruption comes roaring back to life, sorry, it wouldn't show up. The other one says, well, it says the same thing basically. Breaking news, La Palma volcano roars back to life with 144 new earthquakes in the last 12 hours. And then good old Goomba, Bushcraft Bear, his last videos. Let's see what he had to say from a day ago. First, a day ago, it said, we are not facing the end of the volcano, or volcano, however he wants to pronounce it. The volcano is in a stabilization phase, La Palma eruption. Then 24 hours ago he says, the volcano, La Palma, continues to lose seismic energy. Is the end of the eruption near? And you could go back to some videos I did showing his picture up there, and I sort of mimicked his type of titles, and I'm not going to go back and read it, but it's like almost word for word. It's funny to me. I don't know if he's watching my videos, of course not, but it's just it's funny to me because like the title is almost exactly the same if you go back and look at those videos, what I entitled them anyway. And then the one 15 hours ago, it says all parameters of the volcano are reduced. Only the tremor indicates a rebound that casts doubt, okay? Now if you look at that thumbnail that I put on this video, you'll see, go all the way to the left and you'll see like a bunch of red area, a blotch, and then go all the way to the right. That's right now. And all in between is like the past, I think like week, 7 days or so. You'll notice what seems like the total absence just about of earthquakes reported with those round circles and dots in the middle area, except for the left, and then right now a big blotch on the right. So now suddenly, gosh be golly, you know, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Whoa, look, look what's happening here. And it has been happening. That's my point. I've been reporting this all along here from last week in my titles and everything. Large magnitude earthquake expected for La Palma. This is ongoing. This has been ongoing for, the past week or two, according to the situation. Okay, I'm not going to re-explain this here, but this is ongoing. There could be a really, really large quake at any time here now, as we head into the future here, and not that far away. My point is, this isn't new news. This isn't breaking news. This has been steadily going on every night here, and I've been reporting it, and I've been seeing with my own eyes, with my own ears from the live streams that have been doctored, the audio and visuals modified in a very sneaky way. Noises drowning out what's really happening, especially when it's really erupting and booming and blasting, and then the volume of the volcano is turned down somehow, while at the same time the crazy noises, it sounds like a repeating, looping, same footage or audio that I've heard from the beginning. It just keeps repeating itself. It sounds like trucks 24 hours a day, like the major highway there, trucks, overriding the noise real loud, or people talking, or dogs barking. Anyway, I noticed that there's such rumbling and booms and shaking of the camera, even when it seems like they make it show on the screen that there's hardly any noise, just for the annoying, really get on your nerves noises that are overriding it, and it sounds like nothing is really happening while the screen is shaking from the vibrations of the explosions. And then you wake up the next morning and you could look at the live stream, especially on Afar TV. They have the ocean view, and you could see overnight how now in the morning all the lava, well, before dawn really, you could see the bright red just gushing into the into the ocean there. So this has been going on every night. This is nothing new. This isn't new news. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to, make a stir here, but this is what's been happening. I've been reporting it every night here. Nothing has changed. Again, even with the earthquake information now look, oh gee, this morning now, whoa, let me go over the statistics. Now, I did a quick rough estimate of things myself on the volcano discovery reporting site, listing all the volcanoes. Now, in the past 24 hours, I counted almost 200 earthquakes from the 2.0 plus, so in other words, from 2.0 anywhere higher, up to 5s or even higher if there hasn't been reported past 5. But of those almost 200 in the last 24 hours of 2.0 plus, I counted only 6 of those of the 2.0 category were below 2.5. Most of those were higher or almost at 3, all right? Almost all of those. So within the past 24 hours, there's been almost 200 earthquakes of almost 3 magnitude into the 4s, okay? And if you look at the chart, I don't have it up here, I'm not going to show anything, but you know what I'm talking about, the bar graph for the last 14 days. And I had mentioned this, that just because in like a whole week it seems like there's been no earthquakes and everything, that's been so low that it's dropped off to almost nothing. And then all the mouthpieces and the baloney reports and official reports coming out saying, oh, this is basically over. It's a done deal. The volcano is lessening. It's slowing, just like Mr. Bushcraft or Witchcraft would say. So then I went to the 3.0 category, and I counted about 75 quakes during the past 24 hours, many not that long ago here in this day, of 3.0 or greater, higher than that. And again, what I just said doesn't take into account the fact, again, that right along the whole time here, these reported volcanoes have been downgraded. So what I'm telling you is the low end of the stick here, the low end of the range. So you could say that all that I just said is really higher in magnitude, everything I just said. And just within, I think, the past 6 or 7 hours, reports of 2 quakes of over 4. One, said 4.7, and the other 4.8. I think that was actually upgraded 0.1, but no doubt in my mind that those were above 5.0 level magnitude. So that's just within the past 6 hours or so, 6 to 10 hours, that there's been 2 5.0s, in my opinion, right in a row. Then if I have my facts straight here, there was another 4.2. You could kick that up also to the high 4s. So within the past 24 hours or so, there's been 3 at the least mid to upper range 4s and into the 5s, all right? Now, one of those, a 4.8 hit above Cumbre Vieja to the north, okay? And I looked and see where it was. It says Pista Hilera area, which means row track. I don't know. In Spanish, I translated it. But it's on that ridge, almost near there, the bottom ridge. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, which heads to the north, like to the right, and loops up back to the west and then down again, which is a major ridge. And there's a major caldera up there, which is the largest area of volcanic past activity dormant now. Well, let's say that it is, but what I'm saying is, I don't know if that indicates intrusion or movement in that area of magma. I don't know. And then finally, on Volcano Discovery, their news for the day, in their title, they're reporting on the condition of the volcano in their report, La Palma Volcano Eruption Update. Activity intensifies again. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but here's just one little thing. It says, in the morning, the ash plume rose to 8,000 feet or 2.4 kilometers altitude and drifted to the east coast, forcing the airport to temporarily close its operations. Then it says lava effusion, which simply means the amount of lava coming out. It says remains stable. I don't think so. I'll say that in a second. And at least 3 lava flows are active at the growing lava delta, that's by the ocean, where the new addition at the Los Guerres beach has now emerged with the previous one. Myself speaking, my eyes don't deceive me. Every morning during the whole week, going back and seeing the lava from the previous night's explosion, there's just been gushing red, great amounts of lava every night happening. So I don't know what they're talking about there or what they're basing that on, but again, every night, every morning I see and hear the same thing going on. Nothing has changed. Major explosions. And if you see the footage that is close up, and sometimes it is shown, again, the one I recommend is watchlive.watch. Any of the others, well, that one too is kind of doctored, but it seems like I could really see at times the close-up and the sound. They let it go, and it's crazy. It's insane. It's like a blitzkrieg bombardment going off there, massive. And this has been going on right along every night. As the saying goes, you can't fool me, and it's not fooling me. I've seen it every night. I've reported on it despite the seeming lack of activity and all these voices saying it's gone down, it's going away, or the impressions, that this has been happening, and so therefore really no reporting whatsoever on this. But I've continued to pound, to say what I'm seeing and hearing regardless of all this. And looky here again, what do you know? So this morning, apparently, now it's big news that no, this isn't so, that it's not lessened, it's not going away, but all of a sudden this so-called dramatic increase. No, it's just been hidden, okay? Every night I've been trying to say that every night, every day coming on here. And so now the reports are catching up to reality, all right? Then it words it. It says volcanic tremor intensity has increased a bit, which suggests that magma flow rates also have increased. This again matches with the visible increase of activity today. Well, you just heard all that I said, that all the quakes that have happened within the past 24 hours, and 2, likely 5 or over, and within 24 hours, almost 3 within the 5 range, and a sudden so-called intensification. And as far as magma flow increasing, well, they're referring to beneath the earth, but above the earth, the lava flow, again, I've seen every night here, has been tremendous, off the charts, flowing, gushing like a river, like a waterfall, onto the delta, creating more delta every day here now. Then it says ground deformation remains more or less stable with no clear trend. And my remark to this, yeah, it remains stable with no clear trend until a piece breaks off into the ocean, though the term ground deformation refers to the rising or lowering, based on what's happening underneath there with volcanic movement and thrust and pressure, including vapor, water vapor, and so on. Then it continues, earthquakes continue at similar frequency and sizes as in the past days. I don't know. I don't know what to make of all these kind of statements. If it remains similar as it was in frequency and size in the past days, and that's a very vague statement, again, look at the chart for the past week or two, and you'll see almost a zero amount of quakes. Not zero, but it's lessened so much in almost a week period of time. And look at the screenshot, the picture I have up on this video again, and look at it to the left and right. You'll see times when there's been big batches or swarms of quakes, and that's in a span of about a week that is on that picture there. And you'll see that all of a sudden here now, basically today, within the past 24 hours, it just like exploded with quakes. So you know, how do you make sense of all of this? They show that chart, and now they're saying that that earthquakes continue at similar frequency and sizes as in the past days. I just saw the chart of this, and I'm not showing it here, but it goes like this. In other words, here's the start, right? I don't know, let's say a couple of weeks ago, and it's way up here. Then all of a sudden now, for the past, like, let's say a week ago, and then the whole week it's been like nothing, and then it's I don't know if you could see this on the screen. Now all of a sudden today, it's like shot up almost to the top of the days where there were the most earthquakes ever during this whole time. Not quite there yet, but there's still more time left in the day. But it just went from nothing for a long time and then shot up. And they're telling you here that everything continues as it was with the amount of quakes, okay? Then they go on to finish this, closing this, saying that during the past 24 hours, there was only one quake of magnitude 4.2, along with 9 quakes between 3.0 and 3.9, and 40 quakes between 2.0 and 2.9. The only reliable conclusion that can be made is that the eruption seems far from over. Okay, I'm not trying to sound sarcastic, and others are doing a good job reporting this, so I'm not, you know, making fun of that, but it goes to show you that even the best of us here can be, you know, bamboozled by the reporting of what's happening here. And I just explained right from their own information, totally contradictory things. And now suddenly, you know, oh, look, it's not over. Look at what just happened here. Crazy. Suddenly it came back to life. No, it's been to life the whole time here, the whole time. I didn't even go look this morning yet at, you know, the live stream. It's like 9:30 here. But again, I'm leaving here because there's total chaos that's broken out here. They're doing some kind of destruction, construction. So lots of noise and banging and music. So that'll be my report for today. I probably will be gone until the night, so if anything happens, I'll report on that. But I just want to close here by saying I'm not just looking at some volcano. I'm looking for the fact that Jesus is coming. That's what I'm looking for here. Regardless of all these reports and me trying to sound the alarm, the canary in the coal mine, despite all that's been going on for a whole week or more, you know, everyone basically being put to sleep who's been listening to this rubbish. Getting the idea that, oh, this, you know, what's going on here, maybe it's coming to a close, maybe we're wrong, you know, maybe this is ending, you know, sort of befuddled. Then, of course, Bushcraft Bear with his contradictory from one day to the other. I just read the titles, you know, one day, oh, it's getting worse, the next day it's lessening, or lessening. Can never figure out why he could say V perfectly in German and has to say it like a W in English. I'm not being picky, I'm not being cruel, but that was someone's reason or excuse that I heard like a month ago, you know, with that pronunciation, saying, well, it's because in German they pronounce the V like a W. No, they don't. I heard him with my own ears and with my own eyes on his German site, reporting site of the volcano, which he does in German. He says volcán totally perfectly, has no problem with it. So again, what's the story here? I'm not making fun of anyone just for that purpose, but it you know, gets my goat, like his goatee. I better stop here and get off this, but you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be have this spiteful, negative attitude toward anyone, but I think it's justified. It's just, outraging. I'm not picking on any one person, but everything, all of them, all of this hiding of facts and what's likely to happen. And of course, no, it's 100%. They're all these so-called experts in scientific community. No, it's 100% that this couldn't happen. These people are all, fundamentalist or whatever, religious fanatics, and that the science proves otherwise. Again, go back, National Geographic, and there's been all kinds of studies during the past years and decades by scholarly organizations and universities and scientific physics, volcanologists, geologists. You could see them on the internet, okay, stating exactly what the scenario is for a break-off there in a large tsunami to inundate the coasts of the world around the Atlantic Ocean, okay? So, again, there's just as much knowledgeable, credentialized, and respectable people, scholars, just as highly knowledgeable or more knowledgeable than any reference to credentials or official reporting agencies or official statements or analysis or facts, whatever, of going on, what's happening, what's been going on with this volcano. So that's my report for now, and I'll talk to you possibly later on. I hope this was helpful. God bless. Amen.